Hello, facilitators. Welcome on the LBRN training platform. Now that you have been assigned as one of the facilitators of the courses on the LBRN training platform, I'll quickly show you which are the first steps that you need to take care of. And then I will give you a quick demonstration of how you can really access a coursework that you have been added to by the course instructor and also manage the students which are enrolled in the coursework. By manage, I mean how you can evaluate the assignments that they submit, the quizzes and the exams that they submit, and also the core assignments, and also really handle the coursework that has been assigned to you on the LBRN training platform. So on the platform, you will find these different course categories. Now, if you click on this explore option right here, we have different course categories that we have created. And you are one of the facilitators added to the category of high school. Under high school as well, we have 4 other subcategories. So your course will lie under one of these subcategories. All right. Now, if the student has to look at the courses, they can just click on the courses tab right here, go to high school, and then you have all of these 4 different subcategories under high school. And clicking on one of these subcategories will let you know which specific courses under these subcategories have been published on the platform so far. So this is how you can explore around. Now let's go to your profile. So once you have logged in with the credentials you were provided with, you have to make sure that you update your profile. Now to update your profile, you need to click on this circular icon right on top and then click on the dashboard. After clicking on the dashboard, you need to make sure that you update your profile. By that, I mean you need to have a profile picture and a brief biography about yourself that would appear here. So you simply click on edit profile. You have some basic information, your email name, just by the information that was added when your account was created. Next, you click on this image option right here and upload a beautiful picture of yours that will appear here. And then you click on about and add a brief biography about yourself, whatever you want your students to know about you, your background, and all the important keywords associated with you. And then you simply click on save and you'll have your profile updated. It's that simple. Now, let me show you how you can manage the courses that you have been assigned as a facilitator to. So you click on the courses and you have the option as my courses. These will be the courses that you would create. And then you have invited courses. Invited courses are the ones in which you have been added as a facilitator by the course instructor. So this is exactly where you have to click on. Then you have my enrolled courses and my course comments and my comments and favorites as well. Well, facilitators can also take up courses that are on the LBRN training platform, the other courses out there. So if you have enrolled yourself in some other courses, you can manage your courses from here. All right. But as a facilitator, invited courses is the only specific page that you would be looking for. So here is the section of the course Introduction to Computational Thinking, section 135, and this section has been assigned to Patrice Gilmore. Now, if I really want to look at what is inside this section, I can really just click on the name of the section or the image and the section would appear. Now, this is what we call up as a course page, and this is what the students will view. So here you have some basic details of the course, what the students will learn in the course. You can also see how many students have been enrolled to this specific course. So far, there are just 2 students. I think they are the demo students that were added. You'll have the actual number of the students when they'll be added to the course. The number of lessons, I'll tell you what that actually means. And then the course duration, the hours to complete this course. You can see Kelly Duto, who is the course instructor who created this course. And then you have the facilitator name, who is Patrice Gilmore. Just like Kelly has a picture here, once Patrice updates her profile picture, the picture would show up. Now you have this button which says go to the learning page. This will allow you to open the course page to access the content. And if you just want to look at the courses, get a brief overview of what topics have been covered in this coursework, you can simply view the topics from here. You can't really access the topics from here, but just view them. Now, to access the course topics, you need to click on Go to Learning page. And this is also what your students would have to do. So they click on Go to Learning page, and each and every content piece will be displayed here. So what you see here are different units. So these different sections which have been added here, section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are units. And then if you click on them, there are different sort of lessons. So under one unit, you'll find different types of study material. You may find a textual lesson, which includes the textual concepts, and it can also include presentations, Google Collabs, and videos as well. And then there would be the material associated with quiz and assignments. I'll also show you what the quiz will look like. So this is one of the quizzes that the instructor has added. The student needs to attempt this quiz. They just need to click on the quiz page, and this is how the questions will pop up. Now, the student needs to select one of these answers to this question and then click on the next question. What you see here are the total number of questions and then the attempts. So what happens here is, at the back end, the instructor mentions how many attempts the student can really take on a quiz. Now, let's say if the instructor mentioned 3 attempts. So that means that the student has to complete this quiz in 3 attempts only to pass this specific coursework. All right. But if the instructor has not put any limitation to the attempt that the student can really pick, then it would say unlimited. Now, each and every attempt that the student really picks will be counted here. So it says 1 out of unlimited. That is, and this is my first attempt that I'm taking at the quiz. Okay. No minimum number of points have been assigned yet on the quiz, but it can happen that, let's say, if a quiz is of 20 marks, the instructor can say that the minimum marks that the student has to get to pass this quiz has to be, let's say, 10 marks. So in that case, the minimum points will be specified. And also, we have added an option for the instructor to add a timer. The quiz can be timed as well. The quiz can be of 30 minutes or 1 hour, whatsoever the instructor wants. But here, as no time has been specified, it says unlimited time. Okay. Now, answering the quiz is very simple. The student just needs to pick the correct answer. I'm just picking up a random answer, and then you click on next question, pick up the answer, next question. And when all the 15 questions would be attempted by the student, this finish button will get enabled and the student can really complete this quiz, finish this quiz. All right. Now, the quiz, which has multiple choice questions, they are automatically evaluated. For each and every correct answer, the student gets the points which have been assigned to that specific question at the backend. Just very shortly, I'll take you to the backend as well and show you how the points have been assigned and where the questions are added and all. So that is how the quiz can be attempted. You need not evaluate the quiz manually yourself. But if the instructor adds a descriptive quiz where the student has to answer that specific question in words, let us say, then you have to evaluate that specific quiz question. And I'll also show you how you can evaluate that quiz question. So there are 4 different ways you can assess your students. One is quiz. Another one is a final examination that can be conducted towards the end of your coursework. And the other 2 ways can be an assignment or a code assignment. So the instructor has put together some assignments that the students have to answer and submit. And then we also have code assignments where the instructor has put together some errors in the code deliberately, and the student needs to rectify those code errors and then submit that code. So I'll also show you how those assignments and code assignments that students will answer, how you can evaluate them and how it will show up on the student's profile, and also how you will be able to manage all the assignments that you grade and the quiz and the exam attempts as well that the students will take. So these are the different ways a study material can be put together under a unit. I'll repeat, there can be a text lesson, there can be a quiz, there can be an exam, there can be an assignment, there can be a code assignment. And also there's another way, there are also some files that can be uploaded for the student. If the instructor wants the student to download that specific file for that specific topic that has been taught, they can also download that. So Instructor Kelly has put together some presentations that the students can go through and the reading material as well. Now, these specific presentations can just be handled from here, where you can use these two buttons to really shift the slide, and this is how the students can go through it. And if you want to go to the full screen, you can click on these three dots and enter the full screen, and then just go through the specific presentation that the instructor has added. All right. You can also click on these three dots just to close this view if you want to specifically focus on one of these lessons and take the students through them. Now, let me quickly show you one of the activities. So if you click on one of these activities, this is what the assignment really is. So Instructor Kelly has put up a question, and then this is the assignment that she has added that she wants the students to answer. So if you click on it, it will get downloaded and you can open it up once it's downloaded and see what's inside. So I'll just download this specific activity. This is the document that was uploaded by the instructor. And now this is the view of a facilitator. Okay, so what the students can really do, the students can really upload the activity and submit it, and then the instructor will get that activity to evaluate. For the activity, that is actually the assignment. So for the assignment and the code assignment, I'll quickly show you how the student can submit the assignment or the code assignment, and then how you can evaluate it. So I'll just keep this activity or assignment on hold for now. Now, let's say you saw in the main course, there are 6 different units. But what if you just want the student to view the first unit or the first 2 units, and you don't want your student to view the other units? Or what if even in the first unit, you just want the student to view a few lessons, the first few lessons and not the other lessons as well? So for this, we have given an option just to the facilitators where they can really turn off this specific button. So they just need to toggle it off. Let's say me being a facilitator, I don't want my students to view the units 2nd to 6th at all. Now, what I'll do is I will open one of the students' account. So in my incognito mode, I'll open the course. I have enrolled myself in the section 135 of Introduction to Computational Thinking, where the facilitator is Patrice Gilmore. And I want to show you that when the facilitator just hides the content from the coursework, the student cannot really view it. Now, me being a student, I can just view the first unit. I cannot view the other units. And also, I cannot view those topics which the facilitator has disabled for me. So this specific option for the facilitator to really toggle off the topics for the students have been added. Now, what if I turn them all on? So if I use this toggle to enable all these sections and I go back to the student's account, let me refresh it. I can really see all these units back again. So that is how the facilitators can really enable and disable a specific topic in the unit or the entire unit itself that they want their students to view or not view. Okay. Now, another thing that the instructors have added for the facilitators is the teacher guide. Now, this teacher guide can only be viewed by the facilitators and not by the students. So for lesson 1.1, there's a teacher guide just for the facilitators. So they can just go through this teacher guide and then based on this, teach the specific course that they're working on. And so the facilitator has lesson 1.1 teacher guide, lesson 1.2 teacher guide, lesson 1.3 teacher guide. But if I go to the student can't really view the teacher guides. So this is how you can really make the most out of these teacher guides, and what we call them is also a facilitator resource for the teachers or the facilitators to use those resources that have been added by the instructor to help them teach the course. So that is how the facilitator can really work around with the coursework. All right, so I'll repeat what I just mentioned. I mentioned that we have some units in the course, and under each unit, we have different lessons. The lessons can be in different ways. There can be a textual lesson with the presentations, videos, textual concepts, and also you could have quizzes, exams, assignments, and code assignments, and a teacher resource as well. The teacher resource is only visible to the facilitators and not to the students. Now, let me quickly give you a demonstration on how you can evaluate a specific assignment or a code assignment that your student will submit. So for that, let me go to the student view first of all. And in the student view, now what I will do is I have opened one of these assignments randomly, and I'll download what this assignment says. So I can download this assignment and then see what's inside. And then based on whatever the assignment wants me to do, I will answer the assignment, have it ready, and the student can really upload back whatever assignment they have performed. Okay. Because this is for demonstration, I'm uploading the same assignment document just to show you how this will work. Now, in description, I'll just write ABC for a demonstration purpose, and then I can click on send. Now, me being a student called Sonalika, I have submitted the assignment successfully. This is my attachment, and this is the description of the assignment. Now, let's see how the facilitator would really get this assignment submitted. So for this, the facilitator has to go back to their profile. They will be notified that they have received an assignment submission by so and so student in the course so and so. So the facilitator will get a notification saying that Sonalika has submitted the assignment in course Introduction to Computational Thinking. Okay, now the facilitator has to go to the assignments option right here on their profile and click on students assignment. One way is if the facilitator will click on the notification and then click on the view option, the specific page will open up. And otherwise, they can also go to the assignments and then evaluate the assignments. Now, what happens is it's not that when a student will submit the assignment, the facilitator would open each specific notification of the assignment submitted by each of the students one by one to evaluate it. So obviously the facilitator would evaluate the assignments together. So what the facilitator can do, you go to your assignments, open student assignments, and then you simply select this filter of pending from here and then click on filter. So when you open the assignment view, you have these different options which says what were the minimum points your students achieved in the assignments, average points, how many submissions have you received so far, how many of them are pending, and then if you returned the assignment, and how many students passed or failed, right? So you get all of these different status of the assignment by your students. So I basically had 4 of these assignments in the course Introduction to Computational Thinking. And I, being a facilitator now, let's say I just want to see how many assignments are pending. So there's one pending assignment submission that I have under this specific course. Now to view this pending assignment, I can click on these 3 dots and click on pending review. On clicking on the pending review, I can see that Sonalika Ray student has submitted an assignment. I can click on this view assignment option right here and then see what assignment the student has submitted. Okay. So the facilitator has another option in the assignment view where they can change the status of the assignment that they're evaluating and also give grade. Okay. Now the current status is pending because it has not been evaluated yet. So let's say I am not happy with the assignment of the student and I want the student to make some changes to the assignment. So I'll return the assignment to the student and I just mention whatever change the student has to make. All right, or give my remarks. And then I send this assignment back without grading it. Now, when I send this assignment back without really grading this assignment, the first thing that would happen is that the status will get updated. It says that the instructor Patris has returned this assignment and my comment would also appear here. Now what happens at the student's end? So I go to the student's end and reload this. It says assignment returned, okay? And I also get the comment by the facilitator where the facilitator has given me some comment and it says returned. Also, at the same time, the student will get a notification on the profile which says that the facilitator has returned the assignment, so and so assignment in so and so course. So it's easy for the students to also keep a track on the assignments that they submit or the assignments which are returned or the assignments which they pass. Now, let's say the student makes the required changes which were asked by the facilitator and returns it back. Now, what I can do here is I'll just upload the assignment back again and submit it back to the facilitator. It says resubmitted assignment. Now, at the facilitator end, the facilitator will get a notification that so-and-so student has resubmitted the assignment, and the facilitator can see that this assignment has been resubmitted. And now let's say the facilitator downloads this assignment and is happy with this specific assignment. So you decide to grade the assignment and pass your student in this specific assignment. So you can also give your remarks if you want and then click on send. Okay. Now it says assignment marked as passed and you have graded the student and also the points or the marks that the student has been graded with will appear here and the status says passed. And also at the student's end, the student will also get the grade and will have the status marked as passed. All right. So that is how the assignments work. Now let's go to the code assignments. So now this time, instead of this assignment, let's say the student submits a code assignment. A code assignment will also work in the same way, just like the assignments work. Now let's say the instructor wanted me to answer this code assignment in some way. Let me do one thing. I'll remove this bracket to show you how I'll get an error. And when I fix this error, I get to execute it. Now, once I have the result, I can submit this result. I've not really answered the specific assignment that the instructor has given. It's just for demonstration. So it says submitted here. All right. Now, at the facilitator end, again, the same drill. The facilitator will be notified about the code assignment that has been submitted by the student. I can see that there is one specific pending code assignment that has been submitted by the student. I can also use this filter option or simply click on the three dots from here, click on the pending review, and then view this assignment. And after viewing the assignment, I can grade it. Okay. The same grading system is also there in the coding assignment where you can change the status of this assignment and then also give a grade to the student and then click on send. So let's say I give a grade of 10 and I say pass and I click on send. The student will be notified that the student has been graded by the facilitator and they get their grade and they also get their comment. All right. So that's all. That's how the facilitators can evaluate the students' assignments and the code assignments. Now, one last thing that I want to show is how the facilitators can manage the students. So let's say they are interested to see how many students have enrolled in this course. They can click on export students list. They click on these three dots, click on export students list, and they get this specific sheet. And in this sheet, they can really see how many students have enrolled in this course. So let it open up. Okay, it's here. How many students have enrolled in this course, their email ID, their course progress, how many quizzes have they attempted, how many assignments have they attempted, assignment marks, is exam marks, total marks, etc., etc. Okay. So the facilitators can keep a track on everything from this specific sheet as well. Now, if the facilitator wants to have a view of how the student's progress is in the course, they can click on these three dots and then click on statistics, and they can see how many students have completed the course, or how many students are in progress, and how many of them have not started at all. So there are just two students. One student has not started at all, and one has. And also we can see the status of the quiz or the assignment from here, how many passed, pending, failed. Everything can be seen from here. Also, we can see the monthly enrollments and the course progress here. And we can also see the students list when we scroll down. And when we click on this export button right here, the same sheet will get exported that I just showed you. So you can also export the same sheet from here as well. Now that was about students and the statistics, how you can keep a check on the students' progress. And if you simply click on the students option right here, you click on these three options and click on students, you'll get this view. If you want to send a notification to your student, let's say there will be an extra class tomorrow, all right? Or you need the students to submit an assignment ASAP. Whatever notification or notice you want to send out to the students, you can just type it up here, and the students who are enrolled in that specific course will be notified. Okay. So this is how you can really make the most out of these different functionalities that we have put together for facilitators. I showed you the coursework, how the course appears at the front end to the students, how the quiz and the assignment works. And then I also showed you how you can evaluate the assignments or the code assignments. And then I also showed you how you can track the activity of the students or the progress of the students together and export the sheet of the students. Now, the last thing that I want to show you is the quiz. Now, the quizzes and the exams are evaluated on its own, unless and until there are MCQ type questions. But what if there is a descriptive question? In that case, you need to manually evaluate that specific descriptive question. So that descriptive question will appear right here. You'll have the same type of table just like you had in the assignments, where it will say that there is one pending descriptive question that has to be evaluated, and then you can evaluate that. There is no descriptive question as of now that has been added to the course, and that's why it does not appear here. But just in case there's a descriptive question, you will be able to evaluate it from this option right here. That was it that I wanted to discuss. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.